Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. So today I decided to declutter a whole bunch of stuff. I just filmed my eyeshadow palette declutter. I'm not sure which video is going to get up first, but basically we had a crazy storm this morning and so school got canceled, so I didn't have to work today. So I just thought, you know what, I really need to go through this. I'm moving soon and I just need to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So we're going to just start going through here. I know I'm not going to get rid of as much blush as I did eyeshadow palettes, but we'll see if we can whittle down this collection a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start by picking the stuff that I know for sure I want to keep. And that's going to actually be all of my Tarte blushes. I have two of these baked blushes, the Sweetheart's Perfect Flush Blush. These are just gorgeous and they give you a really nice wash of color, so I'm definitely going to be keeping these. Shades that I have are Candy Glow and then also Peach Beach. I love this one. This is like a gorgeous bronzy shade that I use kind of all the time. It's a good one to use when I don't want to do blush and bronzer, so definitely holding on to that. Okay, I'm also I'm holding on to all of my Too Faced blushes because I love these. This is one of my very favorite blushes. This is the shade I Will Always Love You. It's a beautiful peachy shade and my hand's still a little wet from wiping off the other ones, but I just love this color, so definitely keeping that. And then Baby Love is a perfect nude, so that's brand new. I'm going to keep that. And then I also have this little sample of this Love Hangover, which is a beautiful, just rosy pink shade, and I like this one for traveling, so I'm going to be keeping that. Okay, moving on to Tarte. Some of these blushes are actually quite old, like we're talking 3 years old. I got them, some of them in a kit, some of them when I first discovered Ulta and Tarte, so we'll go through these one at a time. So Pampered is this first one. This is one of the old ones from a Christmas kit. Oh, it's actually not so bad, but it's not the right color for me. It just really looks very red on my skin tone, and so I'm not going to be keeping that. Next one also came in that set, and this is the shade Savored. I'm sorry, my skin looks so like sallow and stuff, but it's just because of the stormy weather. So this is the shade Savored. And these were like limited edition shades. I don't know if you can tell, but like it's barely swatching at all. I've tried to use these recently and they're not doing so hot, so I'm not going to be keeping those. Next one is Dazzled. This is the first Tarte blush I ever bought, so this is the same kind of thing. It's just, it doesn't really give me very much anymore. You know, I really liked it when it was new, but it's a few years old, so I'm going to go ahead and let that go. And then this next one is Exposed, and this is a newer blush, and I love this one. I'm not going to get rid of it. It's a perfect nude. And that is what it looks like. Beautiful. And then I also have this mini. This is the Tarte Sweet Mini, and this is a great little travel size. It came in a little kit, you know, that Sephora does for like $14 with like a little lip product and stuff. I actually really like this shade. It has a nice sheen to it. It's a good color for me, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Next, I have this NYX Ombre Blush in the shade Mauve Me. This is gorgeous, and it's so soft, and I never use it, you guys. It's beautiful, though. Look at this. I can't get rid of it, so I'm going to keep that one. Next blush I have here is the Milani Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. This is one of those like products that everyone on YouTube loves. It's really soft, and the color is pretty, but I just don't use this. I've used it a few times. It looks gorgeous in the swatch, but for me, it wears off my cheeks. It doesn't last. It doesn't have that like wow factor that a lot of my other blushes that I like have. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this, even though it is so pretty. Okay, next I have two of these Laura Geller Blush and Brighten blushes. This is in the shade Pink Grapefruit. I got this at the Sephora, the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale last year, and it is beautiful. I mean, look at that. Like, oh, I can't let this go. I just can't let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that one. And then I do have one more Laura Geller blush. Now this one is one of my favorite blushes. However, it's like 2.5 years old. I want to say maybe 3 years old. I've had it for a while. This is the shade Tropic Hues, and it is gorgeous, but this is not nearly as soft as that other one. But it still does have that like gorgeous color to it. So I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep it? I think I'm gonna keep it. You guys, I'm not getting rid of very much. Next one I have here is from the Balm. This is Balm Beach, and I actually do really like the shade. I need to use it more, which means I need to get rid of more blushes so that I have a reason to use it more. But it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous nude, really nice wash of color. So I think I'm gonna hang on to this one. These are my Tarte cream blushes. These are, well, they're called Cheek Stains. This is in the shade Exposed, and I used to love this, but it just, you know, you're not supposed to really keep cream products for more than a year or so, and these are a couple years old, and they kind of make my skin look greasy and stuff now. They just don't work the way that they used to, but they were wonderful products when they were new. So I have the shades Exposed and Glisten, and this one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they don't have the same color payoff that they used to. Oh, but they still smell good. They still smell like that, like fresh orange scent. And then I have these two little ones from Christmas sets that I'm gonna also get rid of. Okay, so we're getting there. Next one here I have is from the Balm. This is Frat Boy. This is actually a very good, like pretty neutral rosy pink shade, but it's not really my favorite kind of shade to wear. That's coming off a lot deeper than it actually is, but still, it's not my favorite color. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I actually ordered this during a 50% off flash sale, and I thought, just based on the picture on the computer, I thought it was a different color than it is. So I pretty much never use this. This is something that I also got during a recent 21 Days of Beauty. This is the Lorac blush in the shade Tinge, and I really do like this. It's a beautiful, light, like ballerina pink shade, and I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. Okay, moving on to some of these. This one. This is the Bare Minerals Pure Radiance blush, like powder mineral blush thing. It's like an all-over face powder or something. They market it really weird, but it's really, essentially, it's a blush. It looks like very glitter infused in the pan, but it's so, so pretty. I have to show you guys this. I actually, when I first purchased it, I had returned it, and then I bought it again because I actually swatched it in the store, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It's so stunning. And because I don't have a lot of light, like it's very stormy and stuff outside, you can't really see the beauty of this, but it's such a pretty color, and I'm definitely keeping it. Okay, so now moving on to these Nars blushes. First one, this is Orgasm. Now this is a beautiful shade, and I used to love it, but I recently took it on a trip, and it like did nothing. So it's like it hit hard pan or something, and it's not that old. I've had it for like less than a year, so it looks pretty on my finger, but then when I swatch it, it just kind of disappears. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this one. And then here's another one. This is the VIB Rouge gift from last year. This is a Nars Mini in Gulu, which is like the Rouge exclusive shade or something. So I never used this, but I want to, so I'm not going to get rid of it. It's a nice, you know, mauvey rose kind of color, and I just did a horrible swatch, sorry, but it is pretty, so I want to give it a shot. And then this is the only like full-size Nars blush that I've actually purchased, and this is in the shade Liberation. This is one of those dual blushes that they had last summer, and I loved it for like a month, and then I like really don't ever reach for it anymore. They're really pretty colors. And this is the most expensive blush that I own, so I'm reluctant to get rid of it. Honestly, if I had paid less for it, I probably would get rid of it. but because of how much I paid for it, I'm going to go ahead and keep this one and see if I can get some use out of it. Okay, almost done with the single blushes here. So now I just have these 4 Urban Decay blushes. Absolutely, I'm keeping this one. This is probably my favorite. This is the shade Indecent. It's such a beautiful coral shade, great for fair skin. And then I'm also for sure going to keep Rapture. It's actually really similar to the NYX Ombre blush in the shade Mauve Me. So you can tell they're really, really similar. But I want to go ahead and keep this because I really like it. But honestly, like, this is a dupe for this, so FYI. And then here is the shade Fetish. This is another one that's kind of similar to Frat Boy, that is like, it's a perfect neutral, like rosy shade. Oh, but I like this better than Frat Boy. Oh, I was gonna try to declutter it, but I don't think I can now. Oh, it's pretty. I'm gonna keep it. I'm so bad at this, you guys. And then here's the last one. This is the shade Kinky, which is a nice bronzy, kind of nudie, coral-y shade. And I really like this one, so I can't give that one up. So I did not do very well with this declutter. Here's my declutter, and most of them are just old and I'm throwing them away. And here are all the ones that I'm keeping over here. So I think, gosh, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and declutter this one. This is the Laura Geller Tropic Hues. I do think I have a like deluxe sample of this one somewhere, so if I really miss it, then I can dig into that. But I do have a couple of blushes that look similar to this, and this one is getting old, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So that's all I'm really willing to get rid of. That's more than I'm willing to get rid of, to be honest. But yeah, you know, you do what you can. A lot of these are newer, and I'm just not ready to give them up yet. So on the left, we have the blushes that I'm keeping, and on the right, the blushes that I am either decluttering or just flat out throwing away. Of course, I will not be throwing away the like barely used new ones, just the older ones that, you know, it's time to go in the garbage. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.